What is this I'm holding? You see the way it's running out? That is how your life is running out. But you know what? The running out of this life is regulated by laws. And we talk about laws on this channel. Make it legal. My name is Godin Salasi Dapo. Welcome to this video. I have an interesting topic for you today. It's going to say about the laws of Ghana. Make it legal. Today our topic is, what are the laws of Ghana? That's a simple question we are asking. So we want to understand what the laws of Ghana are, so you can, appreciate them in the context of your life, business, or profession. So when we say laws, in general, laws are a set of principles or body of rules that regulate the conduct of people. They are set up institutions that determine rights and responsibilities on one side, that create duties for citizens and all of that. So laws in general set new standard of doing things, new way of doing things, what is wrong and what is right. So that is what we basically refer to as laws. Okay. Now, what are some of the laws we have in Ghana? In Ghana, the foundational laws, the laws we call primary laws, are stated by the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Specifically, Article 11 of the Constitution provides for the laws of Ghana. In fact, there are basically 5 key provisions we have in Article 11 that I think you should know about. The first one, which is one of the laws of Ghana, is the Constitution. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana is one of the fundamental laws of the Republic of Ghana. That's the Constitution. So the second one is what we call enactment. Enactments are laws made by Parliament. There are 2 ways to look at it: the enactment by or under the authority of the Parliament established by the Constitution. So a number of things mixed up there. One, it is called enactment established by Parliament itself, and it should be the Parliament that is legitimate, that is set by the Constitution. If it's not the one established by the Constitution, then it's not the Parliament if it says so. Enactments are simply acts of Parliament, laws made by Parliament directly. Okay, so they could be made by Parliament itself, or Parliament could give the power to make the law to an entity to do so. So they are laws made by or under the authority of Parliament established by the Constitution. The third one, and certainly not the least, we call them others, rules and regulations that are made by any person or authority that has the power from the Constitution to do so. Okay, it could be the Attorney General, it could be a Minister of State. The Constitution could give such a person power to make a rule to govern a particular sector or particular institution. Or it could be a district assembly that has the obligation to make regulations in its locality to govern affairs there. So those laws are also part of the laws of Ghana. So just to recap, the Constitution is one, enactments, which are acts of Parliament or laws made by Parliament, either Parliament itself or under the authority of Parliament. Then we also talk about any other or rules or regulations also made by a person or authority that is authorized by the Constitution to do so. Then the next one, we talk about what we call existing laws. Existing laws. These are laws that were there before the Constitution was even made. They don't want to just do away with all of them when they are very crucial, they're important. Maybe a law that is in place, for example, PNS Law 111, which I'm sure you know about. Even if you're not a lawyer, you know about PNS Law 111. It's one of the laws that actually has been there since. But when the Constitution came into 1993, 7th of January 1993, it continues to be part of the laws of Ghana. So the Constitution says that such laws are qualified to be called existing laws. So the last but not the least is what we call the common law. It's a whole complex topic, and lawyers have a way to explain into detail. I will not want to bore you with a full scope, but what I need you to know is that common law referred to what we call in law doctrines of equity, a set of principles that are applicable in what they call the court of equity. This was a system originally in the English common law where people were trying cases not only based on the street law, but based on what they call equitable principles. Okay, certain principles which are not necessarily the rules or the legislation, but they were used to dispense justice or to do justice. So those principles are still applicable in Ghana, although they were of English origin. They are still part of the laws of Ghana. And then another thing you also know is what we call customary laws. Customary laws have been part of our systems So, if, for example, Supreme Court, that is the highest court of the land, makes a pronouncement that a particular uh, set of rules in a particular community qualifies to be a good law that must be abided by the people in that community, forms part of the laws of Ghana, and to the large extent, that can also be regarded as common law. So, common law is pretty broad, I should say. That is part of the laws of Ghana. And then I think these are the things I need you to know. We talk about the Constitution, which is the primary law from which all laws flow. We talk about enactment, that is laws made directly by Parliament or by an authority that Parliament has designated that power to make laws. So then we also talk about rules and regulations made by entities or persons that has been authorized by the Constitution to do so. Thank you for being part of us. I'm Godwin Selassie Dapo, and this is Make It Legal.